Hey guys, it's Melody from Melody Crochet, and today we're going to be making the bath puff, the cotton fluffy soap dispensing amazement. It's not easy, man. Okay, it's super easy, but it does take a little bit of diligence. Great for those days when you are watching a movie marathon, maybe on your way to go do something where you just want your hands to be busy. This is perfect for that. It's just fast, fun, and amazing. And then you kind of gotta earn your keep at the end. This is a bit of a yarn eater. You're going to want 2 regular balls of cotton or 2 jumbo balls of cotton if they're ombre. 1 jumbo ball of lily will do it if you just use that for the entire project. And what I wanted to do was use a jumbo ball of lily, sugar and cream, which is this color, and the whole thing on the inside is that, all the way until the very last row where I change to a scrub off, which is kind of the cotton to the scrubby, back to the cotton. There's some variegated, it's just a lot of fun. That's all 1 ball of yarn right there, it just changes. But unfortunately, it was not enough to cover the full 1 last row. The whole ball didn't cover the full 1 last row. If you would like to do that, get 2 of the scrub off. She eats yarn, but she's worth it. We're also gonna need an eye hook, which is a 5.5 millimeter. And you'll need, of course, your scissors and needle to work in your ends. So let's get to it, shall we? Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Here we go. Hello, this is Melody from Melody Crochet, and we're gonna be getting started making our bath puff. As I mentioned, you're going to need a size I crochet hook, some cotton dishcloth yarn. I have my scissors and my yarn needle right over here. We'll need those at the end when we're taking care of the loose ends and fastening off. So let's get started, shall we? That is my oven. I'm actually making some butternut squash right now because it is so fall. It just feels so fall today. So I'm getting ready with that. And we are going to start with a slip knot. We're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we are going to slip into the first chain you just made. So insert your hook, yarn over, and pull that strand under everything on your hook, forming just a little loop. Now we're going to form the strand that will hold your puff up. So you're going to chain for 40. So yarn over, pull through 40 times. Now you're going to slip stitch right into that loop you made, the tiny one. Awesome. Now, continue inside that tiny loop that you made. You're going to chain for 2. 1, 2. Now you're going to single crochet 4 times into your small loop. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you count back, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where you're going to slip stitch. The first one. Now's where we start multiplying. Chain 2. 1, 2. And you're going to put 4 double crochets in each of those 4 stitches. It's going to be a bit of a fit at first, but it'll loosen up quickly. 1, 2. In this pattern, the chain 2 at the beginning never counts as a stitch. 3 and 4. 4 stitches all in that one first stitch, and again in the next. In case you're just beginning, a double crochet is yarn over, insert, yarn over, draw up a loop, 1, 2, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull under 2, yarn over, pull under 2, and that's a double crochet. And that's what we're doing 4 times in each stitch. Go ahead and repeat that in the last 2 stitches of this row. And here we are. Slip stitch into the very first double crochet of the row that you made. Awesome. And chain 2. You're going to repeat that. You have 16 stitches, 4 times 4, and now each of those 16 stitches will get 4 double crochets. And again, all the way around. And there we have it. You're going to slip stitch into the top of the very first stitch that you made in this row. Come here. There he is. And now you're going to chain 2, and once again 4 stitches in each stitch around. You'll notice it's starting to get rather curly, which is exactly what we want to happen. Continue around, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Alrighty, so we are getting quite curly at this point. Very full. We have one more row to go. You can do it. You can do it. I'm going to try something different though. You're going to continue on with the type of yarn you have. If you'd like to change colors, feel free. I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm fastening off. We're not done, but I did that by slip stitching into the first stitch of this row, yarn over, pull through, and pull up a bit of a loop. We're going to snip, and if you've already fastened off things, you know what I'm doing here, but just in case you haven't, and then pull that loop. And that is fastening off. You've locked down your work. Just because this is cotton, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit more of a knot. So feel free. I should probably use a needle for this, but I'm just gonna grab, make a little bit of a loop. And make sure it's extra secure because cotton, it's gonna get washed a lot. Most things that you give to crochet, you say, oh, hand wash this, that, and the other, but they're not gonna hand wash their puff probably. And it's gonna get wet and grow and stretch and all sorts of things with use. So I like extra security. So here's our little handle that we made at the beginning. Here's our puff where it stands right now. And I'm going to attach some of this. Isn't that pretty? It is the Sugar and Cream by Lily scrub off, and I got this over at Joann. It was about $3. Not a ton of it though. I was going to make an entire puff out of it, and then I realized you wouldn't even be able to access the scratchy stuff in the middle, so why bother? So we are going to attach it just now for the very last row. Isn't that cute? It's already looking cute. So lots of different ways to attach yarn. I'm going to show you mine. Find your string. Should be somewhere around the last row. Just pull. There we go. So cute. Now I'm going to throw the rest on the ground so I don't have to wrestle with it with you guys. Once again, I like to start with a slip knot. And tighten up that hole. This is kind of weird stuff. Little pipsqueaky, a little, I don't know. I'm not sure what you'd call it. It's scrubby, it's rough. It's not as rough as most dishcloth scrubbies, but I think it's gonna be great for a body puff, for exfoliating and such. That's my idea. Now, you're going to wanna attach it to the last row anywhere except right there. That would just be too much work. You're going to make sure you're looking at the front of your stitches. That's the back, you could tell because it's super curly, lots of extra stuff going on there. The front will be more simple, like that. Super pretty. Now, just go in under the V-stitches like you've been crocheting. Grab your yarn by the terrible knot, just kidding. Not by the terrible knot. By the working yarn. Here's the tail, don't grab the tail. Yarn over, pull through everything on the hook. Ta-da! And chain 2, just like any row. Yarn over and double crochet 4 times into the same stitch that you just inserted and chained up from. And again into the next stitch. 4 double crochets. I'm kind of working that tail in so I don't have to weave it in later. Ooh, we've changed yarns. Did you see that? That was really pretty actually. See how they attach them? It's just kind of twisted in there. Take that one out. Just in case you've seen this yarn and you're curious about how it's put together too. Boop. It's just kind of twisted. It's like they knotted it here and they knotted it here and it's somehow twisted in between. It's really cool. Very secure though. I was curious about that. Let's see how many are in there. So looks like I have 1 double crochet in there. So I need 3 more. And I'm working really loosely with that scrubby area because it does want to catch. And there's 4. Oh, that's so cute. It went from pink to purple. It does not take much to amuse me. Color changes are all I require. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. 2, 3, 4. Oh, oh yes, I like that. Oh, we like, yes, that's some color changing right there. Ooh, okay. So continue on whether you're still using the same cotton or if you've changed to a different color or a different type of yarn. Just keep on doing 4 in each stitch. It's gonna get super curly. This is our last row. We are going for it. We are making this puff its puffiest possible. This puff is living its puffiest life. There you go. And I will meet you at the end to show you how we finish this off. I think it'll surprise you. So I finished my row. I had an unforeseen difficulty. I used the entire ball of that yarn. You can see where I went back to the original purple. Plenty on my super roll of Lily Sugar and Cream. I definitely could have done all of this and had a little bit left over, but that other one, it went faster than I expected. So if you want to do that, I will put in the beginning that you should get 2 of those, just as a warning. But it looks really cool. It feels really cool. I'm very pleased. Let's finish this off though. Okay. So here is, oh, she's eating my stitches. Here is where I left off. We are just going to slip stitch into the first stitch of the row. And just like when we fastened off last time, just yarn over, pull through, draw up a loop, grab your scissors, and pull through. And again, I'm going to find a little place where that gaps, put my hook in there, and make another loop with the yarn, just for security. You could even do it that 2 or 3 times, it won't hurt. I'm gonna do it twice. I really don't want this falling apart on me in my bathroom. I'd be kind of bummed to see this go. So then you're going to weave in your ends, and that's just going to have you threading, and take it back in a color where it will disappear. So I'm just going to go back here at the base of those double crochets, maybe go back and forth a little bit, maybe above it just a little bit. Awesome. I'm going to snip this so it's imperceptible. Here's my strand that will hold it. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I even like it with the purple. It's kind of pretty, kind of a break in form. And these squishies are just so exfoliating. If you have any questions, comments, or things that you'd like to see me make in the near future, let me know down in the comments. I really, really appreciate the inspiration. Thank you so much for watching with me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.